Hi everyone, this is Charlie Johnson, and I've been installing surveillance systems for about 10 years. And this video is to kind of give you some advice on choosing a system for you. The first thing I'd like to say is the key to picking a good digital surveillance system is being able to see what happens in an incident after it happens so that you can do something about it. Because if you have bad video and you turn that video over to the police, there's nothing they can do about it. So many of the systems you buy, at Walmart or Lowe's or Menards are pretty low end, and so you're not going to get the kind of quality you need to get results. Let me tell you about a little bit about choosing a system. You want to look at the lens on the cameras, the lux on the cameras, and then decide whether you want analog or digital camera. Let me tell you the difference. Let's start off with the lens. The smaller the lens size, it's measured in millimeters, the wider the angle. So if you want to get a broad overview of something, you want to choose a small lens like a 2.1 millimeter would give you a large area but not much detail. Versus if you want to get somebody's face walking in a door, a 50 millimeter lens is going to be zoomed in so that you can get a detail on a face from a short distance, probably 20 feet or less. So if you get a 50 millimeter lens and you put it 100 feet away from something and expect to get results, you're not going to get it. So that's a little bit about the lens. You can get multi-variable lenses that are like 3.5 to 10 millimeter lens, and then you can adjust the zoom in, zoom out manually. The next thing I want to talk about is lux. Lux is the measurement of light, and 0 lux means the camera can operate in total darkness. So that's got to be a consideration. If you're going to be recording in the dark, you've got to have something with infrared or a technology that allows you to record in the dark. So keep that in mind. The next thing is all the analog cameras, look at the resolution of the camera. Any of the analog cameras you choose, the highest resolution you're going to get is 740 by 480, which isn't very good. It's good at close range, say less than 20 feet, but if you want to get detail, you need to get into a digital camera or a megapixel camera. Just to give you an example, kind of the lowest end megapixel camera would be about 1.3 megapixels, and that would still be 4 times the resolution of an analog camera, just to give you an idea. But of course, the analog cameras, you can get a good outdoor camera for $150 to $250 for an analog, and for a digital camera you're probably looking at about $250 on up for a good digital camera. The next thing that you need to consider is recording time. You need to be able to calculate if a camera runs for an entire day and you want to save 5 days. A good rule of thumb is, get a 500 gigabyte drive or bigger, and that'll give you a couple of weeks, depending on how many cameras you get. Give you an idea on the analog side. If you have 16 cameras and you have a 500 gig drive and you have video that's being recorded 24/7, you can probably get about 10 days of recording time out of that. The megapixel cameras, they're a lot more space consuming. So if you have the same thing with megapixel cameras, you're going to have about 1/4 of that time, or 2-3 days. So you want to get a terabyte drive or bigger if you're going to get megapixel cameras. My favorite analog system, it's actually called a the name skips me, but you can do digital or analog on this card. It's a card you can put in your computer, and then you put a hard drive in there to record the video to it. The card for a 4-camera system is about $100, so it's not too expensive. So anyway, that's some information about buying cameras. If you have any questions, you can go to my website at www.charliejohnson.net and contact me via email or phone in that way. Thank you very much, and talk to you soon.